with us from the Watchdog Foundation, a man that we really and truly admire, a man that the whole of Mumbai admires, a man who is a stalwart of Mumbai, Mr. Godfrey Pimenta, Advocate Godfrey Pimenta of the Watchdog Foundation. Godfrey Pimenta Sahab, namaskar.
Namaskar sir, namaskar Pradeep ji.
Namaskar.
How have you been, sir? How have you been?
Doing well sir.
I see you all over the Times of India and everywhere else.
Yeah,
You have managed to get the BMC to acknowledge that they are down by 10,000 crores. Now, what did they do with that 10,000 crores? Let me give you a background. Of course, Godfrey will give you a background. The 84,000 crores was the fixed deposit of the BMC. Now it has come down to 74,000 crores. Is that it?
86 sir. Earlier it was about 91,000.
91,000 crores. Now it has come down to 86,000.
86 crore, and
right.
The difference between the amount is 5,289 crore. That is the precise figure in last 1 year. That is the amount. Now this kind of expenditure which the BMC has incurred is on various projects, whether it can be the coastal road project, or say that desalination plant which they are proposing, the elevated road from Daisar to Bhayandar, and many such projects. Now these are the projects which are in offering for the betterment of Mumbaikars. But sir, yesterday only there was a massive what you call morcha, and the morcha was titled Bhik Mango Morcha. Now why this morcha has been taken by the residents of Goregaon East, that is in the Arimil colony, is for sake of having a better motorable road. Today the entire roads, barring the main road, the internal roads are in shambles. The corporation collects revenue in the form of development charges, property taxes, but it is not able to give a proper roads to the Mumbaikar. Now what is the use of spending the kind of money on this mega projects when it doesn't benefit the ordinary Mumbaikar, that they have to come on streets with a begging ball saying that please do something about this. The matter has been agitated in the High Court. There is a football game going on between the RA administration and the BMC. The RA says that we have handed over the road to BMC. BMC says that we have not taken official charge of the road, and in the meanwhile the citizens keep on suffering in this kind of thing. So why all this these issues are going on?
Godfrey ji, there is a project of concretization of road, entire Mumbai, just Prakash Zekre, every ward you will find barricades saying that concretization is going on. Traffic has moving in a snail pace, where we find various wards and across Mumbai we find this. Now the Aditya Thackeray said this is a big scam, concretization of road. Now you are saying in the entire Goregaon people took morcha because the roads are so bad. So is the concretization program not working? 6,600 crores that has been allotted, and most usma advance payment bhi ho chuka hai. Uske baad bhi you are saying in Goregaon the entire area the people have come out because the roads are so bad. Godfrey ji.
Sir, they are concretizing the road from what you call Marol right up to Goregaon, that is on the Western Express Highway, the main RA road. Now sir, the concretization has been done in what you call patches. The patch which is there close to police headquarters, suburban headquarters, that stretch, the vehicles have to pass through a kacha road which is filled with dirt. There is a broken water pipe, water is overflowing. People are having problems even when the concretization, and there are serpentine queues of the vehicles. Whatever projects you do, ensure that the traffic does not get hindered by various obstacles. The BMC's only motto is to hand over the contract on a platter to the contractor, and then the people are let left to fend for themselves. This is the kind of administration we have today. And today it is the saddest part that there is not a single corporator for last 1 year. The administrator has become a king today, the municipal commissioner, and the BMC officials also know that there is no accountability, there is no one to question them, and they are having a free run. They are just on spending free. In a sense, if you have a 86,000 in your crore, in your kitty, sir, out of this 30,000 odd crore belongs to the social benefits in the form of provident fund and pension. Now the BMC has a debt of almost 2 lakh crore, sir. Today the BMC's net worth is minus, and this is a very sad state of affairs that the BMC is spending like extravagant money on various projects which do not benefit the citizens. This is all development is contractor centric. They are just to make money for the contractor and for the corrupt officials.
But Godfrey sir, in terms of the expenditure incurred and in terms of the debt, has this debt been incurred only over these vanity projects or what? Because the coastal road, the various flyovers and so on and so forth, at the end of the day, even in the coastal road, we have to figure out how will it help ordinary citizens. Godfrey sir.
Sir, the coastal road will only benefit the people of western suburbs and not the eastern suburbs or majority of the city. 98% of the people do not use vehicles, privately owned vehicles. They rely on the public transport system. So you are spending some 20 or 30 odd thousand odd crores on construction of coastal road, which will only benefit 2% of the population. Now, is this kind of expenditure justified? You could have had enough of today also that metro network which is there. There is no last mile connectivity, sir.
Yes.
People are down from the metro, like the other day somebody was telling me that if you get down at the Daisar metro station, there are hardly any rickshaws, there is no public transport to take the people further. The last mile connectivity is missing. So what good is that? Why will people rely on the public transport? They feel that if there is no last mile connectivity, they are taking their private vehicles, and that is how we are looking. The saturation of vehicles on Western Express Highway. There is no let up despite having a metro.
Godfrey ji, while we were discussing last time, you talked about leopard attacks in Manori. You talked about how the leopards, and you had written to the forest officials and various authorities about the leopard, because this is leopards coming in habited areas where you got villages out there, beautiful villages and people. So has anything happened about the leopard attacks? Because you have been continuously pursuing this particular case.
Sir, after I filed a complaint with the concerned forest officials, they deputed one of the NGO, and the NGO started putting cameras just to trace as to where the animal, to check the animal behavior and the sightings, etc. The local people who are aware of the movement of the the leopard in the area inform the representative of the NGO that please put up at XYZ place. But they had their own logic in putting up. Now, if they had put the cameras at the proper place as requested by the locals, I think so the animal could have been trapped and released in the forest area.
So again, you seem to feel that people are not having any relief out there, Godfrey ji.
The people are till last week I was having a conversation with the local there. I am informed that after 6:30, when it gets pitch dark, people fear to venture out of their residence in this Uttan area,
Yes,
which,
yes. So
where the animal has been sighted.
now, how you talked about two mangrove parks, Manori Vasai area, and the way mangroves are being destroyed, and this was already a very marked out area, and the way जिस प्रकार से जिस तेजी से और जिस रफ्तार से इस mangroves को destroy किया जा रहा है, because you are talking about economically fragile area. This whole area is economically very ecologically very fragile. Now ये आंदोलन आपने लगातार उठाया है, आपने हाईलाइट भी कर दिया है सरकार को और सरकार के वेरियस मशीनरीज को. But did you find any relief in this entire area? The mangroves being destroyed.
Sir, the public redressal system does not function efficiently. If the government was so efficient in addressing the issues of the citizens, the citizens would not have required to come on streets. We have time and again raised the issue of destruction of mangroves. The other day also I was passing through the just 2 days back I was traveling to Mud Island Feast, and I noticed that the kind of land filling which is happening, the debris are being done. The P North Ward Office, which the Marve area comes under, they are just totally turning Nelson's Eye, and all illegal kind of activities are going on. You will find a lot of plastic being dumped, and that same plastic then itself finds in the sea, and then monsoon season the same plastic is thrown away. Now the BMC had a plan to put up the brooms netting at creek level, but that is only on the paper, sir, because ultimately all this plastic is flowing back into the sea, and then in the rainy season you see how the sea throws back the plastic. So there has to be some kind of a control on the sewage and other things which is going into the sea.
The 7 STPs that Prime Minister Modi had promised, 7 STPs, desalination plant, funding was given, and we are going to see a very safe environment out in the seas, in the ocean, the rivers, creeks. Has anything materialized? Because it was the Prime Minister's pet project, and he had announced in a big way when he had come to Mumbai long back.
Sir, the Malad STP has been suggested some 2-3 years back. Till today it has not taken off the ground. If you see, the Malad Creek is one of the worst creek. It is so much polluted that all brackish water is emptying into the sea. It is affecting the aquatic life. The fish catch is also dwindling.
It's gone. There is no fish catch.
Fish, there is no at all. And after this coastal road extends to right up to Vasai, I think so the fishermen have already started agitating against the coastal road coming up in Uttan.
There will be no fish.
There won't be fish because there are about 2,000 boats which are there in the Uttan coastal belt.
Yes.
Everything, all the families will be affected. The fishermen community will disappear in about 10 to 15 years from Mumbai's coastline.
That's right. So the original inhabitants of Mumbai will no longer be here.
That's right, sir.
And that's sad. And I am very surprised that apart from people like you and so many others, Nandakumar Pawar Saab, Stalin Saab, there are so many others who've been working, and of course our friend who always works with you. The point is, why is nobody else even bothered?
Sir, I think so. The NGOs like us have become like a torchbearer of this, taking up the issues. Now, I'm just happy to announce you on this platform that just 2 days back we have opened a Watchdog Foundation branch in Pune.
Lovely.
Pune citizens have been approaching us. Now we have managed to get some 20-25 people of like-minded, and the list might be extended. We'll be helping the Punekars, and we have already started working in that direction. Every city has some or the other problem. The elected representatives are failing us time and again. We are only indulging in kind of mudslinging, talking of issues which do not matter to the ordinary citizens. What we need is a clean air, better road, proper infrastructure. Now, if you talk of hawkers, sir, today I was giving an interview to some English newspaper on the issue of hawkers. Hawkers, sir, are forced to come on the streets of Mumbai because all the markets which should have accommodated these hawkers have been eaten up by the developers because of the political patronage. The kind of population we have, 2 crore, like for instance, I am staying in Marol area. We have a population of close to 70 to 75,000 in the area. There is a single market. How will the people from such a large locality, naturally the hawkers are serving, catering to them? Because the hawkers policy is, despite the Supreme Court's directing for framing of the town vending policy, corporation is sitting mum. It is not deciding. There are 1 lakh applicants for 32 odd thousand.
But Godfrey Sahab, what I have heard about Mr. Iqbal Chahal, I have found him to be a very cooperative man, very civilized, very cooperative. He's usually proactive in whatever he does. So your experience has been different, is it?
Sir, my experience is different because whenever I highlight an issue to the municipal commissioner, routinely, the email is passed on to the, down the line. There is no feedback mechanism as to whether any action has been taken by the concerned officer. Just routinely, forwarding the email, does not. You have to hold the particular officer accountable for whatever, authority or the matters have been delegated to that particular officer. There is no accountability. There is no stock taking, and that's the reason. That is the minus point for Mr. Chahal.
गॉडफ्री जी बहुत कुछ महीने पहले आपने वो मथार पाखड़ी वाले इशू उठाए थे एंड यू वर विद ऑल द रेजिडेंट्स आउट देयर हु वर बीइंग उनके खिलाफ अन्याय हो रहा था देयर वाज नो जस्टिस आउट देयर एंड यू टुक इट अप द मैटर राइटिंग टू वेरियस अथॉरिटीज यू इन्वॉल्व्ड अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल नाउ व्हाट हैज हैपेंड टू द मथार पाखड़ी इज इट सॉल्व्ड और द पीपल आर स्टिल सफरिंग आउट देयर
No, sir. Now the only issue is in Mathar Pakadi that the government is all out to destroy Mathar Pakadi and Kotachiwadi, which are the last bastion of a typical East Indian heritage village in the heart of the city. Sir, I have travelled all over the world. For instance, in Shanghai, next to the skyscraper, there is a beautiful small village of the bygone era. It reminds the future generation as to how the living conditions were then and how the city has evolved. But here is the government, state government, the insensitive corporation. We are just handing over the areas in the city on the platter to the developers. And the entire development in the city is development centric. Today we are talking about developing the race course. Now, after Shivaji Park and the Cross Maidan and Azad Maidan, this is the only huge open space
in South Bombay. Yes.
Why destroy that? If you have to have a theme park, have it outside the city limit. There is plenty of space that will be, creating tourism potential. But
that's a whole new subject, Godfrey. We'll have to work on that again because the BMC says, hey, listen, they've not renewed their lease. What can we do? The Mahalakshmi Racecourse actually has to renew its lease. That is the RWITC. Why have they Royal Western India Turf Club? They have to renew their lease. They can't do that. And all the walkers over there, by the way, Pradeep ji, everybody who's living in South Bombay who actually uses the Mahalakshmi Racecourse to go for a walk, etc. It's open to the public in the morning, by the way, for about 2.5 hours. They're all up in arms. They're saying, what's going on here? Now, Godfrey is absolutely right. There are just 2 or 3 huge Maidans left in South Mumbai, and all the builders are eyeing those. They are saying, for them, a garden or an open space is an eyesore. They want to see a building on it. Now, if that happens, South Mumbai will be unlivable, Godfrey sir.
Sir, we are having one of the poorest what you call open space area ratio.
Yes.
It is 4 square meter per person, which is the poorest among all the cities in India. That
Yes.
is the kind of, and there are no what you call provisions in the development plan to increase this area. For instance, the RA area, sir, 1300 what you call acres of land has been reduced to almost now 600, and yet the encroachments are happening, slums are growing, unauthorized constructions are growing. The state is not bothered. You have put what I call metro car shed. Doesn't matter. It is there now. Whatever is the faith accomplished, the court also has allowed. But why not take action of the dwindling open space in the city?
The only action will be to make that open space available for 86-story towers and 100-story towers. That's the action that is going to happen, Godfrey sir. And all of us will soon asphyxiate to death because there will be no air left. That's what's going to happen.
226 acres, what's going to happen to that? Mahalakshmi Race Course, what is your presumption? Godfrey ji.
No, sir, I am working on that. I have studied the 1967 development plan, 1991 development plan, 2034 development plan. I have seen the CAG report on this issue as to how every time there is an arm twisting when the renewal of the lease comes. Now the CM is saying that you should provide 100 membership free.
Okay.
Yes.
To the corporation.
That they should.
Corporation? Why not to ordinary Mumbaikars?
That's right.
And
We can all go see horse racing. It'll be nice.
Yes.
And what Sharad Pawar Sahab had a plan when he was the chief minister. He said we should have a gambling park there. We should have all the gambling houses from all over the world to come over here, because in any event, off the cuff gambling is happening, whether you like it or not. So you might as well make it legal. Godfrey sir.
So is the BMC also...
No, Godfrey has to say something about that. Yes.
No, Sharad Pawar was the first chief minister to de-notify, de-reserve 285 open spaces, and these open spaces were handed over on platter to the developers.
Yes, sir. Why not?
And that trend has to continue.
Why not? That's why Mr. Pawar is no longer in power.
Is the BMC building some 100 crore stables also inside that? Mahalakshmi Racecourse right now, with Aditya Thackeray has raised objections saying that you don't have corporators in place, and how are you allotting funds 100 crores for building horse stables? Is it true?
No, sir, I have no idea on that.
Okay.
No, that is just the budget allocation plan. That's all. I mean, it's not as if
I have come across another, I think so you are playing on the screen. I have got the wages bill of the contract employees and the BMC employees for last 15 years. Now I was just going through this information, sir. Now during the figures are mind-boggling, that during COVID period also in March 2023, the wage burden remains the same. When most of the laborers have left the city and gone.
yes.
It is very, very strange that the figures during the COVID also remain the same when there was a reduction in the workforce.
Yes.
And
So which means the real workforce in the BMC is actually the reduced workforce. But the salaries remain the same because
Yes.
people remain on the books who don't exist.
so that needs an explanation. I think
Yes.
so. We're writing to CAG on this. As to
I
how-
don't think you're going to be very popular with the BMC union, sir. Godfrey sir. You know what I'm talking about.
No, sir, I'll give an example. During COVID, I managed to ferret out one information.
Yes.
They had done the fumigation, they had employed certain agencies, and I managed to scan through I had filed an RTI, I managed to scan through one of the tender documents for K East Ward. Surprisingly, sir, one contract for 28 lakhs was given to a particular agency. the number of employees employed by the contract labor for to spraying the insecticide was that one Mr. Kharwa surname was so common that 28 different types of Kharwa surname people have signed that attendance register, and if you see the log sheet, sir, one person has signed 3 different places in different signatures. This was a clear-cut fraud. We have written to the municipal corporation to investigate, the municipal commissioner. We even went to the CAG office representative in Marine Line to hand over the copy. Sir, nothing has happened. This was only a single item. Thousands of crores have been spent on the COVID expenditure, and majority of them is fraud, sir.
So you're adding to Mr. Uddhav Thackeray's woes, with the BJP gunning for him that COVID
Whoever
scam.
was responsible, sir.
Whoever was responsible. I agree absolutely with Godfrey Pimenta over here. Godfrey sir, thank you so much for joining us. Great pleasure as always talking to you. Wonderful to have you with us, and wonderful to have you in Mumbai and fighting for Mumbaikars. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Namaskar.
Well, that's just about it as far as tonight's show is concerned. आज के शो में सिर्फ इतना ही. प्रदीप जी और मेरी तरफ से आप सब लोगों को मकर संक्रांति की बहुत 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 शुभकामनाएं. हर जगह पर यह फेस्टिवल जो है मनाया जाता है. पूरे हिंदुस्तान में तकरीबन 15 ऐसे फेस्टिवल हैं. ग्रीस में भी मनाया जाता है, मनाया जाता था, आजकल नहीं मनाते. क्यों नहीं मनाते मुझे मालूम नहीं है. मनाया जाना चाहिए. And as Pradeep ji, as I mentioned, it is also the start of the Orthodox Christian New Year.
Yes, because
Which is fantastic.
Yes.
Which is absolutely fantastic.
So this 14th and 15th is very, very sacred and very, very auspicious for
all over the earth,
spiritually,
all over the world.
all the world.
It is the festival of the undefeated sun, and sun enters Capricorn. It becomes Uttarayan. Today is also the day when Bhishma Pitama left his body to go to heaven. He rested on a bed of arrows for 2 months. He said he would not give up his life till the sun went into Uttarayan. And now that Surya is in Uttarayan, that's when Bhishma Pitama left his, as they say, mortal remains. Now, great stories, but they give you a great lesson, telling us about the sacredness, the holiness of today's date. Pradeep ji, that's just about it for tonight's show. आज के शो में सिर्फ इतना ही. आप लोग कृपा करके जरूर सब्सक्राइब करें चैनल को. प्लीज डू सब्सक्राइब टू द चैनल, शेयर द चैनल, लाइक भी करें अगर आप लाइक करना चाहते हैं. एंड डू सेंड योर रिस्पॉन्सेज. आई विल नॉट रीड आउट एनी रिस्पॉन्सेज टुडे, आई विल रीड देम आउट टुमारो. आप रिस्पॉन्स जरूर भेजें अपने. राहुल गांधी की न्याय यात्रा से कोई फर्क पड़ने वाला है क्या? क्या कांग्रेस को इंडिया अलायंस में रहना चाहिए? बहुजन समाज पार्टी की मायावती जी ने आज सरेआम बोल दिया है कि वो इंडिया अलायंस में नहीं होंगी. और जैसा प्रदीप जी अभी बोल रहे थे, इसका मतलब जहां जहां बीएसपी का कैंडिडेट होगा वहां इंडिया अलायंस का कैंडिडेट हारेगा और बीजेपी जीतेगी. सीधी बात है. दैट्स व्हाट आई थिंक, दैट्स व्हाट प्रदीप जी थिंक्स. व्हाट डू यू थिंक? आप जरूर अपने कमेंट्स भेजें. वी वुड लव टू रीड देम आउट. दैट्स जस्ट अबाउट इट फॉर टुनाइट शो. आज के शो में सिर्फ इतना ही. आप सब लोगों को प्रदीप जी और मेरी तरफ से नमस्कार. जय हिंद, जय महाराष्ट्र, जय भवानी, जय शिवाजी. वंदे मातरम.
Vande Mataram.
हर हर महादेव.
Har Har Mahadev.
जय श्री राम.
Jai